Hi, good morning. Welcome back to my podcast. My name is Swamp Rose. In this podcast, I cover the Idaho 4 case, otherwise known as the case against Bryan Kohberger. So the update I'm giving you today is really interesting. This is probably going to be confirmed Friday, but the girl with the tattoo, the rumor that we heard about last summer that came from the book that was published, When the Night Comes Falling, apparently this person exists and they're going on the record Friday. So I'm going to play you a quick clip from this. They provided like a small soundbite so we can have an idea. But what's interesting is that what the book said and what she's saying seem to be a little bit different. So, and this was shared in my Discord by Mish Girl. Well, I've got the article right here. Let me pull up the soundbite and play that for you. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good Thursday morning.
And started chatting with this guy, and he had told me that he had just moved and he was starting his PhD.
Holly had that in common with Bryan Kohberger. She'd also moved away from home to work on a graduate degree, hers in plant science.
I definitely felt a little obligated to chat with him because to me he seemed a little awkward, kind of like you might expect for a PhD student who didn't know anyone at the party and was maybe trying his best to kind of get out there and be social and make friends.
Holly told Bryan about a hiking group she was part of, and then she did something that still makes her shiver a little.
He had put his number into my phone, and then I had texted him my name.
It was the very next day, the day after the pool party, when Holly's cell phone buzzed. A message from Bryan Kohberger.
The wording of the text as I look back on it is kind of peculiar.
Here it is, the actual text sent July 10th, 2022 at 1:19 p.m. Quote, "Hey, I'm pretty sure we spoke about hiking trips yesterday. I really enjoyed that activity, so please let me know. Thanks."
It was almost overly formal. I really enjoy that activity, so, can you follow up with me about that?
Okay. So there's a couple things that I wanted to bring up. It's really important when I hear that clip to point out that and it could be that there were two girls that he gave the number to, but we heard that those girls were getting hang up phone calls. And it's interesting to know that there was like an interaction. I was also watching a video by Harsh Reality earlier, and he brought up a really good point. Apparently, he has educators in his family, and what he was bringing up is it's interesting how professionals perceive Bryan and then maybe the people in his classroom. And the quote that they said was, sometimes the best teachers actually have the worst, or receive the worst by their student. And it's just interesting. I'd like to know like what the other girl said at the pool party, but as far as I can tell, it's kind of like another one of these things where a story is taken out of context and painted in like the worst possible light. So anyway, I wanted to bring you that update. The actual Dateline broadcast is going to be Friday. I don't know what time. Friday at 9. So Dateline NBC. And so I'll watch it and I'll cover it here. And I do have another story I'm going to live stream in a little bit. It is regarding the green car that everybody has been talking about. So just to kind of like set you up for this story, when you're looking at night vision, you can't quite tell if you're looking at the color white or the color lime green. And there's a lot of cars that kind of resemble an Elantra. And not only do I have a clip from the demo of a green car I want to show you, but I also have some info from Michael Adario, because he did like a canvas of the neighborhood. Maybe I'll show you a sneak peek while I have you up here. Actually, I'll show you a sneak peek of both. Hold on. So let me just show you the very first couple minutes of Michael's video. But his description is just so riveting when he talks about this. I'm not going to play the sound because it's copyrighted. It's the Doors. I'll put on some music though. And then I'm going to pull up what Michael had to say about it as well. Here, let me put on some music. There we go. Sorry. Okay, so I'm just going to read you, because this is kind of what he was saying is on November 7th, 2023, nearly a year after the crime, he filmed the crime scene, and his footage gives kind of a better understanding of the housing layout. So the complex is not only highly congested, but it also has a single entrance and exit point, making traffic patterns particularly noticeable. Additionally, he believes that the 1122 King Road house was under covert surveillance by law enforcement. And we've talked a lot about this, the stingrays. Oh my God. While he was recently viewing his footage, he also noticed unusual patterns, 2, possibly 3, but there was a lot of Washington registered vehicles. And there was a breakdown of what's in this video with timestamps between the gray Honda, the green Toyota, and the white Ford pickup truck. And those are all things I thought maybe we could discuss when we come back and we talk about the green Elantra. So that's kind of what I have in store for me, but I can't really do it right now because I have to do a couple things for work. And then I hopefully will do a live stream later tonight, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get around to it. There's a really great live stream between A Convict's Thoughts and Murder Metal Mayhem tonight, and I believe that's at 8 o'clock. So if I do go live, it'll be like after that. I usually can't live stream. Oh, I do have another announcement to make. I usually can't live stream between like 5 and 9. And then the last thing I wanted to tell you guys, oh, hey, Christy. I do have an announcement. I'm actually going to be pausing my channel memberships. And if you've been a member for a while, I actually had my memberships paused last year as well, from like March to July, not by choice. And I'm probably going to do this again at the end of this month. I'm going to be pausing the memberships. And then the membership videos that exist, those, so you might have noticed there's been like I've been putting a lot of public videos that were previously members only. So you might have popped on my channel and seen there's like these little videos that have maybe made like 2 or 3 months ago, but they just haven't been viewed much. Those are my members' videos that I have been re-editing and re-releasing to the public. And so I hopefully will do that with some of my members' live streams as well, although not all of them are appropriate to like make public. But yeah, you'll see a lot of content is my point, that I'm transitioning from members live to public because I have something really new and exciting for the membership feature, particularly as we approach the summer months. So anyway, I think that's all I have for right now, but I will have some more info coming up later. And yeah, so the other thing I wanted to say is, so I used to, I have a little experience live streaming for this podcast. And when I started like 2 years ago, I was doing 5 days a week, and I basically came on at the same time. Like I came on around 11 every morning. And what that does it kind of helps you with your subscribers. Like, so if you come on at the same time, the algorithm gives you a reward and it will notify someone. And once somebody clicks on that notification, the next person clicks on it, it sends a notification out. So I'm trying to find like a time that I can consistently live stream because it rewards you. Once I got out of that circuit and I just live stream at random times, it's really hard to, it can be really hard to get a good live audience. So what I'm asking is if you could do anything for me, if you appreciate these updates or you appreciate this time, please hit that notification bell. It really helps me as a creator. And other than that, I hope you have a good morning, and I'll see you this afternoon and probably late night. So have a great day and peace.